Alright guys, I recently received a question from a subscriber asking me that he is 16 years old, okay? He weighs 190 pounds, okay, so that's pretty big for a 16-year-old. He's around 15% body fat, and he recently just hit a 405 pound deadlift, okay, so that's a 4-plate deadlift. If you are from the UK, okay? Now the thing is that what he was saying is that he's very pleased about it, but all the people that he trains with at his gym and his unofficial coaches and people that are more knowledgeable than him are saying to him he should cut down to 165 pounds so that he can compete in the 165 pound class, I believe. So that if he hits 405 at 165, it would be a much better achievement. And he's basically just unsure about whether he should do it or not. It's not really what he wants to do, and he's asking my advice on it, okay? Now, I am going to give you 2 lots of advice. Now, the first lot of advice I'm going to give you is, you're 16 years old, okay? You're still growing and you're only 15% body fat, if that's correct. So, you aren't even overweight in the slightest. Now the thing is that if you were to go and cut all that weight, chances are you are, well not chances, you are inhibiting and slowing down the progress of powerlifting. Okay, if you go and drop that much weight, you will be slowing down the progress of getting stronger. And I believe that this is a mistake so many people make, and is that they really limit their potential to get as strong as they physically can be because they're always trying to drop weight while maintaining / gaining strength. And the thing is that I think people should, to really find their genetic potential and strength and maximise their potential, is to, if they hit a PR at 190 pounds, just keep doing what you're doing. And if you gain weight, allow yourself to gain weight to get to that next milestone of strength, okay? Now that is my opinion. And what people should do is that you should stop focusing on cutting weight and just focus on gaining as much strength as you possibly can and maximising your genetic potential to gaining as amount of strength as you genetically and physically are able to without the use of drugs, okay? Now that is my opinion. That is just my opinion. But at the end of the day, what I am really going to try and tell you to do is you need to do what you want to do. It's not about reaching your genetic potential or listening to others. At the end of the day, you've got to do what you want to do. And the reason for this is, at the end of the day, you are the one that's living your life, and you're the one that's got to look back in the mirror and look back in your life on your deathbed and deal with the decisions that you have made and that have shaped your whole life. Okay? Now for me, in my opinion, absolute maximal strength is much more impressive to me. My all-time deadlift goal is 800 pounds as a drug-free athlete, okay? Now I know so many people will be going, oh what, there's no way you could do that. But at the end of the day, that is my goal, and I'm going to do everything I physically can do to get to 800 pounds. And if that at the end of the day meant getting to 40% body fat, I would go to 40% body fat. Now I understand that getting an 800 pound deadlift and having a 40% body fat, there's no direct correlation, and getting that fat is just stupid. But that is the kind of extremes that I'm telling you that I am willing to take to get to that deadlift, because that is what makes me happy. Hitting a new weight PR makes me a lot happier than saying, oh, at 165 pounds I can deadlift 3 times my body weight. That doesn't mean anything to me. All I care about is maximal strength, okay? So that in 20, 30 years, when I look back, I've got nothing to be ashamed of. I'm not like, oh, well, I was reasonably good, but I just wish I just gained weight and seen how far I could take myself. That is what you've got to take into your head, okay? What means more to you? Does maximal strength mean more to you? In 20 years, are you going to look back and be like, I hit an 800 pound deadlift, and that was one of the highlights of my life. Weight whereas regardless. Or would you look back and go, what, 800 pound deadlift, but I didn't look good and I was so heavy and I was bloated and I didn't feel good. I wish I was only 200 pounds and deadlifted 600 pounds, but it was 3 times my body weight. To me, that was more impressive. So you've got to do what you want to do. Now, over time, things will change, needs will change, wants will change, but you've got to do what means most to you. You can take the advice of others, but at the end of the day, do what you want to do. If you want to drop to the 165 weight class, do it. Is it optimal to gain as much strength as possible? Hell no, of course it's not. But who cares? It's what you want to do. Do what you want to do. If wanting to go up to the 165 pound weight class, because in your heart, that's what you want to do, and that's what the path you want to go down, then by all means go and do it, and don't listen to a single person. If in your heart you just want to keep going and gaining strength, and that's what you want to do, then follow that path. Disregard what anyone else says, because at the end of the day, well, fuck them. At the end of the day, they're not you. They're not having to deal with this. They don't have to deal with the decisions you make. They don't have to deal with how you're feeling. That's you that has to do that. Okay? So that is my advice to you. Number one, if you want maximal strength, dieting down is only going to be unoptimal and inhibit it. Okay? But my second and most importantly, is it what you want to do? You got to do what you want to do. So, I don't know if this was the answer you were looking for, bro. I hope it was. I hope it shed some light and it showed you what you really want. Make sure you all keep sending your questions to askmarkmcqueen@yahoo.co.uk. If you go to my YouTube page and go to the About page, you'll be able to get the question on there. I'm getting quite a lot of questions, and I'm getting a lot of interesting questions that I really feel could help the masses. Okay, so as always, if you've made it to this point, make sure you like the video, comment down below.